Okay, let's talk about one of the most critical and honestly most often broken parts of making a video, the handoff from producer to editor. We're going to explore a way to turn that handoff from a total puzzle into a clear, color-coded map that your editor will absolutely thank you for.
I want you to really think about this for a second. When you send over that hard drive or that download link, what's the very first impression your editor gets? Is it a clear path forward, or is it just a whole lot of confusion? Because, it almost always boils down to one of these two things. Over on the left, you've got the mystery box, a giant pile of clips, maybe some vague notes, and it basically turns your editor into a detective. And on the right, you have the clear map, a plan that's easy to read and shows them exactly where the treasure is buried.
So, here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to dig into the chaos of that mystery box. Then, we'll introduce this idea of a map to the final cut, break down what it's made of, show you how to create your own legend for that map, and finally, see how this all leads to way better films.
All right, let's dive right into Section 1 and talk about something we've probably all experienced, the dreaded clip dump. This is where you just get a drive full of footage, maybe a few scattered notes, and the editor is somehow supposed to magically read the producer's mind. And the result is always the same. So much time is wasted just sorting and guessing. The creative flow just dies, killed by 1,000 back-and-forth emails and Slack messages. This isn't just inefficient, you guys. It actively hurts the final product. But what if there was a better way? This is where we can introduce a real map to the cut. It's a system called MarkerFlow, and it's all about making that early selection process visible, useful, and incredibly clear for everyone.
So what is MarkerFlow, really? Well, at its heart, it's a beautifully simple idea. You use color-coded markers and some quick notes on your footage, and then you bundle it all up into a single XML file. Your editor just imports that one file, and boom, your entire map, your entire vision appears right there on their timeline. No guesswork.
Now, you might be wondering, why color? What's the big deal? It's all about how our brains work. We're visual creatures. When an editor sees a timeline where all the main interviews are, say, blue and all the B-roll is green, they don't have to think. They instantly see the structure of the story. It's like turning the lights on in a dark room.
So what's actually in this map? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the 4 key ingredients that make a MarkerFlow delivery so powerful.
Every map you build rests on these 4 pillars. You've got your super precise timecode ranges, you've got your color metadata, you've got short, helpful notes, and then you have that universal XML format that brings it all home.
First up, timecode ranges. This is so important. We're not talking about a vague note like, use a clip from this file. No. This is you marking the exact in point and the exact out point, down to the frame. There is zero ambiguity about the moment you want to use.
Next up is the color metadata. Think of this like creating a shared language for your whole team. By deciding that, say, blue means A-roll and yellow means highlight, you create a visual shorthand that everyone just gets instantly without needing a meeting.
Then we have short notes, and I mean short. We are not writing a novel here. It's just a little breadcrumb of context right on the clip itself. Something like great reaction here, or use this for the opening. It's critical info right where you need it.
And finally, the XML file. This is the magic key that unlocks the whole thing. It's like a universal translator that takes all your hard work, your selections, your colors, your notes, and perfectly rebuilds it inside Premiere, Final Cut, or Resolve. It's the bridge from your brain to their timeline.
Of course, a map is pretty useless if you don't have a key that tells you what the symbols mean. So let's talk about how you can draw your own legend and get the whole team on the same page.
And look how simple this can be. Your legend doesn't need to be some complex secret code. Just assign a color to a clear function. Number 1 is our main footage. Number 2 is our cutaways. Maybe number 0 is for clips to totally ignore. The real key here is just consistency. So how do you actually make this work in the real world? It's really just 3 simple steps. First, standardize your legend so you're using the same one for every project. Second, share it with every delivery. A simple little text file is perfect. And third, just do a quick test import early on to make sure the workflow is smooth.
So what's the big payoff here? Why bother? Because a better handoff isn't just about saving time. It's about making a better film. It's about fundamentally changing how your team collaborates for the better.
For instance, imagine you're working on a documentary. You could use different colors to tag interview bites by theme.
Now your editor isn't just hunting for clips, they can literally see the story themes laid out on the timeline, ready to be assembled. Or think about a newsroom, where every single second counts. A producer in the field can flag the best sound bites in one color and the necessary B-roll in another. The editor back at the station can then slap that package together in minutes, not hours, and hit that tight deadline.
For all the event videographers out there, this is a total game changer. You can quickly mark the best moments from the wedding vows, the speeches, the first dance. Your editor can then just grab all those color-coded clips and build a beautiful highlight reel in no time. So what you're really doing is flipping the script. You're taking a process that starts with super high ambiguity, where everything is a question, and you're turning it into a process with super high actionability, where every clip has a clear purpose. You're replacing questions with answers.
You see, at the end of the day, this isn't just some tech tip. It's really an elegant way to get the entire creative team aligned. When producers, assistants, and editors are all speaking the same visual language, everyone knows exactly where the story begins.
So I want to leave you with this one simple idea. Your editor's time is most valuable when they're making creative choices, not when they're trying to decode what you were thinking. So for your next project, ask yourself, are you handing them a mystery or are you handing them a map?